Hey everybody, Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast. Coach Prime. Haven't talked about him in a while, but we will because the college football season is going to be coming up fairly quickly, and he is going to be embarking on his second stint as a head coach of the Colorado Buffaloes, man. And I mean, look, last season, the season started out magical for them. You know, beating TCU, who was at that time, the year previously was in the college football playoffs, right? Had everybody buzzing. Coach Prime came to Buffalo. He changed life immediately, right? I mean, they were selling out, making a lot of money, in the first couple games, right? They beat Nebraska, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but then the season, started to spin out. Travis Hunter got hurt. They blew a game against Stanford. Well, before that, they got wiped out by Oregon. I mean, it was a lot of stuff that went down. Okay, and look, so they caught lightning in the bottle. Those first few weeks probably made Colorado football program the most money that they've ever made in a long time. Okay, and now that the Colorado Buffaloes are headed to, I believe, the Big 12. All eyes on Deion Sanders once again, right? What is he going to do? But before he does anything, there's been reports out there that could he be the next coach of USC? And before I give my thoughts, this is how it came about. ESPN college football analyst Paul Feinbaum says this: I believe the answer after the season is Deion Sanders. He's going to be tired of Colorado because, quite frankly, it's not prime time. He's done well as he can with his son and Travis Hunter. You put prime intentional talent, and I think you have one of the great combinations in history. I think Deion Sanders, as a coach at USC, is the answer. Deion Sanders just exudes exactly what the community is all about. Okay, man. Look, Deion Sanders can do whatever the hell he wants to do afterwards this season. But for me, maybe I'm in the small minority in this thinking. I don't think Deion Sanders should do a damn thing until this season, until he starts having some level of success. I mean, real success at Colorado, right? Now, I understand the arguments against that. It's like, look, he won 4 games. That's 2 more than the previous year. Man, look, if you're Coach Deion Sanders, like, those incremental progresses is cool, but you need to be winning a perennial 6-10 games a year. I mean, he has championship aspirations, right? Being in college football playoffs as they expanded. I just feel like he needs to do more, right? Listen, I know USC is tired of Lincoln Riley already. His no defense, right? We know how bad his defense is. I mean, it's just, he's all offense. You need some defense in college football, especially in the college football playoffs, and you're going against some of these ginormous SEC teams, man, right? But for Deion Sanders, and to his credit, he's not entertaining to say anything. This is just rumors out there, and I hope he shuts it down. You know what I'm saying? And really focus on having a good season, because the season did not end well for Deion Sanders. The players, there was some questions with players, some issues behind the scenes, transfer portal stuff. I mean, it was a whole lot, right? I mean, I feel like, first year Deion Sanders got a pass. This year, he has to make significant improvement. I mean, at some point, Deion Sanders' name is just not going to just sell. Okay, he ends up going to USC, sake of discussion. He goes to USC, okay, and what? He wets the bed there? Like, come on, right? Again, and look, if he goes to USC, sure, I'm sure he'll get some good talent and everything like that. But he needs to show this season that he can really, truly coach on this level. Right? Like, I know Deion Sanders is one of the greatest defensive backs in NFL history, one of the greatest corners to have ever done it, if not the greatest corners to have ever done it. Okay? He's a head coach. He's a great motivator. He's a great talker, great inspirational guy. However, we didn't see that translate on the field, right? I mean, I really don't know how much of an input he's putting in on the X's and O's and player development side. I mean, they're firing coordinators and stuff like that on the offense, defensive coordinator issues. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what is his bread and butter outside of saying great coach? And I'm a Deion Sanders fan. I was very happy that he got a big time job, at least for a big, at least to go to D1, the big program at the time the Pac-10. You know what I'm saying? But I think now the microscope is zoomed in on him, and it's going to be zoomed in on him a little more this season. You know, I hope Deion has a successful season at Colorado, and then if USC has an opportunity, if this idea that Paul Feinbaum has presented, that it opens up, okay, listen, Deion Sanders, he wins what, 10 games. I'm like, okay, all right, go ahead. You maximize what you could at Colorado. You know, fine, you want to go to USC. And then on the other side of that, though, if it's a subpar season, let's say he gets a bowl game, he wins 6 games. Okay, I still don't think that's enough for him to split. And considering that how much the University of Colorado has invested in you, right? So a very, very out there idea for him for Paul Feinbaum to say that he could replace, you know, for star power and Tinseltown and stuff like that. I don't care about that. You know, all that Hollywood glitz and glamour, coaching USC, it don't mean anything. You still got to win games, right? I mean, you still need to have some resume. And I know Deion Sanders has a great, you know, D2 resume and everything with Jackson State, okay? And he's currently working on building his D1 resume, and it's still in the process, right? So, I mean, man, this stuff, when this stuff comes out, man, it's just like, it's just silly. It's silly. Stephen A. Smith says, I don't like him in Boulder. Why don't you? Because it's cold. It's Colorado. Colorado's tried. They've tried to use the transfer portal. They try to give Deion Sanders the most resources they possibly can. Okay, it's a work in progress, right? They're building a football program. You know, it's just not a good look if Deion Sanders, after this season, if it doesn't go well, he's ups and bounce, right? So now you are a coach. You start becoming a sideshow coach where you come in real quick, your name sells, everybody's gonna have the prime USC jerseys now and everything. But it's like, is that gonna translate to wins, right? You know, sure, he'll get a boost in talent, of course, right? USC, Deion Sanders, yeah, that it can sell for a little bit, but you got to put it all together, you know. And just because you're getting a bunch of transfers doesn't mean it's gonna work year 1, year 2, right? You know, it seemed like Colorado doesn't have some crazy short leash on Deion Sanders. I'm sure they're grateful for what he's done at this point, but I feel he just needs to do more, especially this season. I feel like, look, they're saying he's not in a hot seat and like that, and he may not be. He's not in a hot seat with Colorado, but from just the optics and just the media, national media spotlight, we got to see a better outing than this. So this season is gonna ride on Deion and Shedeur Sanders, who early last year in the season was considered for a Heisman Trophy candidate, and that disappeared, right? So they got a lot of work to do. Deion has a lot of work to do before all these random ideas of coming out. And I think it's silly of the media to start already pushing this. You know, the spotlight should be on Deion Sanders doing well. The focus should be on how can he do better than he did last year. What are some of the areas of improvement that he's made for this University of Colorado football team, right? To have a better record, right? To get in the bowl game, right? I thought there's phases to this. You know what I'm saying? So weird. I don't like it, but I understand the concept. But still, I need to see more from Deion Sanders. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.